Hi, you guys. Welcome to a new episode of Too Much with Shey
And Becca, hey y'all, how y'all doing? What it is? What's up?
Yes, we hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. I cannot believe 2026 is here, honey. Kind of, sort of, kind of, maybe.
Well, by the time our next episode comes out, it's already 2026.
Exactly. So we really should say Merry Christmas and actually Happy New Year, but we're going to get into that a little bit later into this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed your time with family. The holidays, I feel like it could either go one or two ways. Either you're so happy to be with family and all the great things, but it could also be a dark side, right? Like not everybody is close to their family and not everyone has, all the things that I think we amplify during the holidays, but we hope that you found a way to, be happy and just enjoy the time off if you have been able to be off. Before we get into all the fun things, please make sure that you are subscribed. If you are a reoccurring viewer, just hit pause. We will wait. We're gonna pause with y'all. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing. If you have already subscribed and you're a recurring viewer, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all the support, all the likes, all the comments, whether good or bad. Okay, we are talkative, and so we're
equal opportunists.
Yeah, we welcome talk conversations as long as you're respectful. What we don't play with is the disrespect.
If you know me, you know I don't play that.
Exactly. So yeah, as always, let's begin with our weekly rundown.
Yes.
What's So for our week, I think we have a similar thing. We went to see Rodwave. So I think let us amplify that together. But I want you to tell the people, because I really went to be supportive and really for the fit. I went all in. I said, well, if I'm not going to enjoy the thing, let me at least live my best life. So, honey, I was jeweled out for fake, obviously, balling on a budget with my little chains. Rodwave's chain definitely humbled me, honey.
Oh, glistening.
One day we will make it to that point. But tell us, Rebecca, how was Rodwave?
Yes. So as you guys know, I'm a Rodwave fan. Like I love him down. Like I'm talking dream girl. That's me, right?
Period. About in it.
Okay. So honestly, I went to Sheyla and I did our gift exchange. If you don't follow us on Instagram and TikTok, definitely check it out. Sheyla did a cute little edit. I didn't even know she was going to do that. She did a whole little cute little edit of us doing our little gift exchange.
Yes, please go check it out.
This year, I think I redeemed myself this year.
You did. I will let go of the tripod convo.
Girl, I think the tripod was a great gift.
Well, I have not used it, but I have used she got me a Coach bracelet, 2 Coach bracelets, and she also got me a watch. The watch I got to fix, but I do like jewelry, so I liked it. Did you like your? I feel like because tell them what I got you first.
So and then I was supposed to bring it here with me, but it's over there. It? It's over there.
Okay.
So Sheyla got me a Polaroid camera, y'all. Because if you know, as you can tell, I like to take photos. You guys can't see my whole room, but I got photos of me everywhere. Even my background, me. Yeah.
Like I said on a prior episode, if she could get her face tatted, she really could, but I think because she cares about her career, I hope.
Can you imagine my whole face right here?
I mean, honestly, I'll see it here, just not your face. But I don't want to even entertain that convo because then we don't want to plant that seed.
Right. Because then I would really take it and run. But yes, so Sheyla got me a Polaroid camera. I really appreciate that. And, I went from having 0 Polaroid cameras to 2.
That's the Rebecca way. When she gets into anything, it's like from 0 to 100. The traveling, never traveled before. I popped her cherry when we went to what was the first time? Yeah, I popped her cherry when we went for my birthday to the Bahamas, and then she went on a flight ever since. She had gone before when she was younger, but like
in my adult years, nah. And we don't know how to do things in moderation. I never went to a concert before last year, and ever since last year, I've been into a total I've been to a total of 11. Like that's actually
insane. So in that same breath, it wasn't even planned, but now she got 2 Polaroid cameras, honey.
And you know it's crazy? I almost had 3 because I was on the phone with Sheyla and I was at Walmart and I almost bought myself one. But I said, Rebecca, come here for what you came here for.
Thank
And
God.
I didn't get it. Imagine. Oh my goodness. But yes, thank you so much, Sheyla. Sheyla also got me jewelry. Mind you, that was the one she called me. Talk about, do you like this? I'm like, you're
I
showing
just like to play mind games because I had said if you are a recurring viewer, I was like, I don't want to get people presents. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, other than my family, Rebecca was the only other person that got a gift because it's like, I don't know, I'm such a minimalist person for certain things that it's just like, I don't know. I'm not trying to buy nobody else gifts. But anyways, as our title of a podcast is too much, we're talking way too much. Let's reel it back in. Rodwave.
So, Sheyla and I did our gift exchange before we went to the concert, and then Sheyla came with me to the train station. I made Sheyla take the train with me. It was an experience for sure.
It was good.
Yeah, it was an experience. Period. We honestly, I don't know why, but even when I was coming back, I should have never even started the ticket because nobody came to check. So whatever, money spent. It is what it is. So we get to the concert. I told Sheyla we gotta get there early because people are going to be there. I don't know if Sheyla expected a large crowd, but I know I did.
I mean, I feel like I know that he has a large fan base. It's just, I'm not a part of that, but I know he's like a big.
Right. So we got there. It was like 6 something. The staff didn't know what they was doing, but it's okay because me and Sheyla ended up figuring it out. We get into the establishment. What happened?
I was gonna say at that point, like to that point, there's so many people that work and don't be knowing what they be doing. And it's like, if you a teenager, like maybe I kind of sort of get it because it's like you just here to get your coins. But I don't know, because I'm not a half A double S type of person. So if I'm gonna do something, like the least you could do is know what your job, like they put you in this little stand to guide people to where. They be just there. Oh, I don't know. Sir, if you don't know, then who know?
And he was like, I mean, yeah, I would stay right here, I guess. What you mean? So whatever, we get inside, they have really good French fries at Barclays.
Down, honey. And the thing is, I'm so upset because next time when I go to Barclays, if them like I need to go to that same stand, maybe because it was on the second floor
and not a lot of people be there. Maybe
real good. Oil was fresh.
So whatever, we're getting to the concert portion. So Sheyla and I take our photos, everything like that. I did not know where we are seated at first because I knew I got the tickets for Sheyla and I. And so when we got there, I looked at Sheyla. I said, "Why are we all the way up here?" She's like, "Girl, that's the tickets you bought."
Wait, and before you get into that, I know we're everywhere, but there was a woman's bathroom that was really everybody and their mother's bathroom. Girl, it was men going in there, and like women would come out and be like, "Oh, I just saw a guy in the urinal," and then an employee would be like, "Oh no, this is the woman's bathroom." It's like, and I asked like a employee, I'm like, "Oh, is this the woman or men's bathroom?" They're like, "Oh, it's the woman." I'm like, "Well, there's men in there."
But there's urinals in there too. The thing is, like, apparently it's gender neutral. So
I say that, but if I'm walking in and I just see a whole like, it's fine, I guess, but like, let me know what I'm walking into.
Yo, some of them girls was like, "Oh my god, this
running back out, like, oh, I guess I'm wrong." And then the woman walking in thinking that they're wrong, like, "Oh no, this is the men's." It was just a whole Barclays was.
And me and Sheyla just standing there taking photos and just laughing every
Honestly, this whole podcast could just be the Rodwave experience because we haven't even gotten into the Jerry Springer intro of it all.
Took us Sheyla and I took a subway to get to Barclays, and while we're sitting on the train,
the raw meat,
this man pulled out some raw meat out his backpack.
He was expecting it like it was some sort of, "Sir, put that away."
So he's looking at it, and the thing is, I'm already laughing, but Sheyla finally lets loose a laugh, and me and her are dying. He's looking at us,
and then after he like looked at his raw meat for like 5 minutes, he pushed it back into his like mochila, his book bag, and then he pulled out a book and a couple like snacks, and then he started reading out loud. I'm like, it's such a New York thing. Like, people in New York don't care about nothing. Like, you could literally be living your best life because people do whatever they want.
So like, as you can tell from the start to the end, everything was just so funny to us. So then the concert is about
and
to
we're
start.
sober.
Yeah, sober. We're sober. Not a drink in sight, right? So the concert starts to start. Rodway's DJ comes out. He starts doing his stuff. This man is just saying anything.
Horrible.
Girl, when I tell you, he was like, and you know me, I love a good entertainment, but it was getting to the point where he was doing too much. Like, he was disrespecting people. Like, he said to this one girl, he's like, are you twerking? He's like, it's not moving, on to the next. Then this other girl, he was like, if it's your birthday, twerk. This girl starts twerking. The camera goes on to her. I swear to you, me and Sheyla are watching on the Jumbotron. We're watching. Out of nowhere, this girl, I guess she finally peeps that the camera's on her. She turns
Jerry
around.
Springer.
Flashes all titties in.
Mind you, like, it's a Barclays Center. I don't know if you're not from like the tri-state area. I don't know if you know, but like, just think of wherever your concerts happen in your state. Like, girl, clearly she was not sober.
Me and Sheyla was like,
and I get it. Like, live your best life. I'm all for do what makes you happy, but I'm just like, I don't know if she's gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm so glad that I did that. And also, it was like friends, because Rebecca asked me, like, oh, what would, like, imagine if we were in that situation. First of all, it would not be there, because I would literally be right in front, security at my, mind you, I'm shorter than Rebecca, but trust and believe I will get up there, because what are you doing? I might push you. Mind you, we was all the way in the top, so I won't push you to the front, but I'll push you to the back, because what are you doing? What is this?
Yo, it was so funny because I said to Sheyla, is this Mardi Gras? Like, I was so lost. And there were some kids behind us, like parents brought like their sons and daughters who like it. And the one lady, she was like, cover your eyes, bro. I was like,
but at that point, it's like, and he was so pressed about the fact that he's from Florida, which is, I get it, is relatable, because, you know, Rebecca and I are very proud, A, from Jersey, but B, you know, like, being Haitian, Dominican, Puerto Rican, like, we always mention that. But comment down below if you're from Florida. Please put us on, because he was like saying certain stuff like we were supposed to be scared because in Florida. I'm like,
a girl, and then me and Sheyla at one point, it was bad funny because we was like, sir, don't nobody care. Like,
if you're from Florida, please don't take this as disrespect. We're just real blunt people, like, for real, like, no hate whatsoever. But like, I know Florida's known for beaches and stuff, but nobody's like, oh yeah, if you pull up to Florida, maybe there are some parts of Florida that just don't get that recognition.
No, there's definitely some places in Florida where it's like, but it's just like, for me, being from Jersey, I'm
from Patterson, so I'm really not moved. I'm like,
it really don't do nothing for me. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, maybe you could walk on different blocks out here too.
God. So, girl, we got 2 more minutes to wrap this Rodwave.
No facts. Okay, so then the concert, the DJs, they had like a DJ battle, and the Jersey DJ really should have won, but they let the Brooklyn one win. Then Rodwave was 2 hours late, but then when he finally came out, you know, Rebecca was losing her mind. My voice is low-key recuperating still a little bit. I was losing my mind. Shout out to Sheyla. Sheyla had the camera angles on.
I was on duty, honey. I was making sure. One thing about me, if you ever spend a dime on me, they would be the best money you ever spent. Because listen, that's like with everything in life. If you pour into me, trust, you're going to get your money plus some. So that was what I had to do.
So overall, I would say, like, if I had to just rate the entire concert experience period altogether, I would give it a 6 out of 10. But as a Rodwave fan, if I was to just rate Rodwave for like the songs and me like enjoying the songs, I would give it an 8 out of 10. But it will never be a 10 out of 10 because I went and saw Beyonce this year. So it was just never going to be that.
I would give it a 5. This is coming from someone I don't know a song. I might have known a few little hooks, but I don't, literally nothing. I would give it, really, I want to give it like a 1, but that's OD because there was entertainment. But I'll give it like a cute little 4. I felt like it was way too short. I like that he had like the screen, so it didn't like a 360, 180, whatever. So it didn't really matter where you were sitting. You were still able like to see him. I think all artists should do that. And yeah, I think the entertainment before, I forgot I was at a concert, really.
Girl, I forgot about the man that performed. Me and Sheyla was like, bro, is this karaoke?
Oh my God, he dropped the mic. I'm telling you, we was on a reality show. Like, it was like, where the cameras at, honey? So for that, I give it a 4 out of 10. But yeah, I'm happy that Rebecca enjoyed her time. The rest, we didn't even really talk about our week. We talked about a day in our week. But other than that, my week was fine. Christmas happened. It was great. I was, I spent some time with family. My mom was sick. There's like a flu going around.
Everybody's catching it, girl.
Yeah. So thankfully she was like able to recuperate. She still has like a lingering cough, but like she's good. But it was like bad. I know a lot of people like they're getting fevers and they just real
body aches, all that. It's giving COVID, but it's really the flu.
Exactly.
It's like a new strand of it.
So thankfully, like my mom is getting better on that. We exchanged gifts. My sister got me some running sneakers. And yeah, it was great. How was your Christmas? You were working, but other than that.
So honestly, I be telling people I really got kids, honestly. So like I cooked a whole entire Christmas meal. Mind you, I woke up late because I didn't go to sleep that day until the day before, or technically the day of whatever, at 3 a.m. Then I woke up at 9 a.m., went downstairs, and mind you, I have to leave. I work at 1:30. I have to leave my house by 1, but I be fiddling the line a little bit. So honestly, I cooked Haitian macaroni and cheese, barbecue chicken. I also made mashed potatoes, made broccoli. I was supposed to also make biscuits and brownies, but I couldn't.
Why would you make all that? There's like Rebecca, me and her have talked about this, and I'm not even gonna get into it because we are already pushing time. But like she adds she wants to do everything for everybody, like at 1,000, and it's like maybe you just should have done chicken and rice.
Girl,
but that's what time could allow for. But ella quiere, she wants to do everything, and I've tried to discuss that with her, but like that's a combo for we'll get into that. What happened? We were supposed to talk about New Year's resolution. We're gonna talk about that. That should be one.
Honestly, we should do it we should do it in our wind down, honestly.
Okay, perfect. So stay tuned for that. Okay, don't leave or fast forward to.
I also made plates for people. Well, 2 people at work.
Where's my plate at?
See, I was already running late. They're already at the
exactly. But girl, all right. So that's that. We hope you guys enjoyed our real detailed recollection of the Rodwave concerts. But now we're gonna get into our news segment. If you're new here, we talk about life, news, sports, entertainment. If you don't like news, don't be scared, honey. News is important. You should know about it a little bit. But if you don't, that's also okay. I'm not here to force anybody to do anything. Just fast forward to our social corner. But if you do care about news, thank you. We love you down. Rick is going to tell us what our first news story is for.
Yes. Hold up. Let me get my document open. So first thing we're going to talk about, we talked about her in the past, is Nicki Minaj. If you know, like a dungeon dragon. Yeah. So we're talking about Miss Nicki Minaj, Miss Onika. So Nicki Minaj recently deactivated her Instagram account days after appearing at a Turning Point USA's American Fest on December 21st in Phoenix, where she joined the organization's CEO, Erica Kirk. And if you remember who Erica Kirk is, she is the, I guess, widow. Of Charlie Kirk, who had got assassinated. Right. That's what they say, assassinated. So I'm gonna go with assassinated.
Yeah.
For a closing conversation. That's what her and Erica Kirk had a closing conversation, and that's when she had popped out. So during the event, Nicki Minaj openly shared her political views, praised Donald Trump, expressed admiration for Vice President J.D. Vance, and criticized California Governor Gavin Newsom. She said that her support for Trump came after feeling like she was tired of being pushed around, which I don't understand how that. Right. And no longer caring about the industry backlash. And separately, I just wanted to mention really quickly that Lizzo reacted to Nicki Minaj MAGA alignment in a since deleted TikTok video. We have that. We'll make sure to show you guys that, saying that she isn't surprised and predicted more celebrities will follow, arguing that political alignment can be driven by money, influence, and perceived benefits rather than ideology alone. So I want to show you guys one of the snippets from the closing conversation with her and Erica, where Erica basically said, you're facing a lot of backlash from your industry, and Nicki Minaj basically responded. And also, I wanted to show you guys a clip that showed when Charlie Kirk was alive and he was having one of his Turning Point USA like roundabouts where he goes to different schools. He basically said that we have bad role models, and Nicki Minaj was a bad role model for Black women. So I just put them both together so y'all could see, aligning yourself with the people who really didn't like you for real.
I know that you are getting a lot of backlash from your own industry. What is your reaction to that?
I didn't notice.
Amen. I feel the same way. When people are like, what do you think about them? I'm like, I don't think about them.
Bingo. We don't even think about them.
We don't have time to. We're too busy building, right?
Yeah, we're the cool kids.
Okay.
The other people, they're the ones who are still just disgruntled, but really they're just disgruntled with themselves. They are angry with themselves, you guys. So you can't wake up and think about somebody who is determined to just stay mad. I literally tell them, stay mad.
Amen.
Stay mad. Because we're going to stay joyful,
yep,
and peaceful and iconic and smart. Yes. And we're going to stay thinkers. In a world that doesn't want us to think, we will think. By ourselves, on our own. We will continue to think.
Right now, Black culture is being held captive by influences, songs, and role models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old Black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about, like, glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But by the way, the role models of the 1940s and 50s for Black America were completely different.
So it is a representation issue.
Hold on a second. No, not representation. It's who do you get your art from?
So Nicki Minaj talking about thinkers is.
And before you go, Sheyla, I just want to say really quickly, right? We talked about this in the past where we talked about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. And I just feel like, she's just been on this downward spiral when it comes to, like, I don't know, just the way that she wants to be perceived nowadays. And for her to say, oh, I tell them stay mad. Aren't you the one who gets on like specifically Twitter every few months and starts going on rants about all these different people, talk about you demand respect, how you've been disrespected, how this, that, and the third? Like, aren't you the one who actively spews this anger that you're claiming that everybody is presenting towards you now? So I'm just like, I'm lost.
She's default mad, always mad, default.
And as someone who, and I know that the barbs, y'all could come at me all y'all want. I do not care. The same way she's telling y'all stay mad about her being mad, I'm gonna tell y'all stay mad for me being mad at her, because it's like, Nicki, what is going on? What is going on?
And also, it's just very discouraging because a lot of the people that, poured into her, that listened to her music, that got her where she is today, those are the people that administration is, trying to diminish, trying to make their lives miserable. So it's like, yeah, you in this room. I'm not saying, yes, I know there are minority conservatives. I know that. I know personally. I have family. Like, I know. So I'm not sitting here trying to, like, disregard the fact that it's not only white people that are conservative. That's not true. But, like, you are over here amplifying and praising people that literally do not care about you or your people. And I just cannot wrap my head around that. Like, the downfall is so sad. Am I surprised? I mean, not really. Like, I feel like she always kind of been like that, but I don't know what changed that now she feels so, it's kind of like what Lizzo said in her video. Like, maybe they giving her money, because then she proceeded to post a photo with her, like, on a private jet and da-da-da-da. I don't know. I've always been the type, like, no money is going to get me to change my values and where I stand. And it's like they're trying to be the police, right? The high class, oh, they don't think, or staying mad, and I'm better, and I'm this, and I'm that. But do we know who her husband is? Because if we're so on this high horse and a high horse and a high horse, baby, check your horse, honey. Because that horse is not giving. Like, I'm very much put a mirror up. Put a mirror up before you think you're so bop, 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 bop. Okay, I might be in my little humble house, honey. You know, my little basement. But my people, my circle, the values that I stand for are real. All of this fake Christian and all of this stuff, girl, be all the way for real. These people do not care about you. If it came, you know, because the way life is moving, we going back instead of forward. If it was like that one blood test, what was it called back then? When it was like, oh, if you mix or whatever, like
1/4, like the one if you're like
it was like a blood thing, like, oh, if you had like a I don't know, child.
But I wanted to, you mentioned Lizzo. I wanted to play her video really quickly.
So I'm getting texts like about Nicki, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. Then, you know, I researched and saw what was going on. And I'm going to say it like this. Celebrities' opinions of other celebrities does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So my opinion of her does not matter. But what I will tell you is you're about to see an influx of people who see that it is more profitable and more beneficial to join that side. You're going to see it. It already started, and it's going to continue. This is his first year. This is Trump's first year as president. We got 3 more years of people who are going to surprise you. And it's going to hurt your feelings, and it's going to disappoint you. And you have to know that, like, there's money behind everything. There are privileges behind every move people in these positions make. And I'm not surprised.
At the end of the day, you are going to support who you want to support. Do I know some barbs who, like, personally, do I know some barbs who don't align with any of the beliefs that Nicki Minaj has, but they will ride at dawn for Nicki? Yes. Will this her being at this turning point event, will this deter them in any way? No. I know that because I know those people personally, right? But are there going to be people who are no longer going to engage with Nicki Minaj at all? Absolutely. But that does not mean that she didn't just gain a whole new fan base from people who are like, oh, she aligns with what I see. So I just feel like it's a double-edged sword because there's going to be some people who hate it and not want anything to do with you. But then there's going to be people who've just now discovered that, oh, my beliefs align with them. And now I'm going to rock with you. So it's like, at the end of the day, we are naturally a divided society. Regardless on which way you lean, you're going to appeal to some and you're going to deter others. So
but it goes to the point that you say, like, oh, there are certain artists where you're like, you just gotta separate the art. And I think that little line is getting a little tiring because it's like, how much can you squeeze the separating the art from the artist? Because it's getting to a point where it's like, I don't know, you can't do, like, for some people, okay, but it's getting to a point where there's so many things that it's just like, I don't know if I could do that. And I you know, if a Nick, I have Nicki Minaj music on my phone. If a Nicki Minaj song does play, now I do side eye a little bit more than before. It was like, oh, whatever. Like, of course, I'm a rock to it. But it is super annoying. And to the point that Lizzo made about, like, oh, now you are gonna see a lot of people that, you know, just go along with the flow because of what they could capitalize on. Is a perfect example of that is the Jeffrey Epstein situation. There are so many people, high class people, that were involved with that. And, like, we never knew about it, right? Because it's like, they was like, okay, you're quiet, you help me with this. It's like a quid pro quo. Like, okay, you help me with this private jet, you help me get these women, and I'll do this for you, and I'll do this for you. It is a very dark and grimy industry. And a lot of times people, yes, hard work can get you far, but there's a different level that is that you cannot reach that top until you fold a couple, you know, laws and regulations.
Absolutely. And I, like you mentioned, do I have Nicki Minaj songs on my phone? Yes. Did me and Sheyla go to a Nicki Minaj concert in the past? Yes. Will we be going to a Nicki Minaj concert in the future? Absolutely not, because I just don't align with what I've seen her doing, the way that she's acting, the way that, and the things that she's doing. And that's completely fine because there are going to be people who are still going to support regardless. So me and Sheyla not supporting her, isn't really going to put dry up her pockets in any way.
No.
But that doesn't mean that just because she lost the two of us, that there's not 4 other people that done jumped onto the bus. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Nicki, all power to you, my sis. Like, that's
part.
Say.
And on that same wavelength of Nicki, right? A few episodes ago, we talked about how Nicki went to the UN and she gave a little speech or whatever to speak out against the Christians that are allegedly being killed in Nigeria. And we cleared up that rumor that it's not just Christians being killed in Nigeria. It is a bigger issue than that. It's just like violence is running rapid in Nigeria. You know what I mean? So it was like people from all walks of life and religions are getting killed. But of course, the right wing, the current administration, they like to use one kernel of truth and twist it. So, baby, they'll bend that thing backwards to fit whatever narrative they want. And now it's like, okay, we kind of laughed about it a little bit because it's like, girl, what? But over the weekend, well, it was not weekend, but Christmas felt like a weekend. This week, while people were celebrating, the fact that it's Christmas and everybody's happy, President Donald Trump was just on his social media platform called Truth. And he was just truthing away, faking away, because it is nothing true. How ironic is that he launched a social platform called Truth Social, and all he does is lie on it. Who would have thought? But anyways, while many people were celebrating Christmas Day, President Trump posted on Truth Social that the U.S. carried out strikes against the Islamic State militants in Nigeria's Sokoto state, claiming the group was targeting and killing Christians. Officials say the strike killed multiple ISIS fighters, and so far there are no confirmed reports of civilian casualties. Local residents and security experts stress that Nigeria's violence is more complex, affecting both Christians in the south and Muslims in the north, and warn against framing the crisis as purely religious prosecution. So we went from a little UN speech to a little back and forth to now the US involving itself in another country, because it's like, I don't know what it is, if this is only an America thing, but they think that violence is the answer to everything. That country is already suffering from violence, which is why these people are being killed. And now here you are, and by here you are is the US carrying out strikes in this country. Now that's like escalating the situation, because what makes you think that these same militants that are causing the chaos within the country now don't feel empowered to now clap back at the US? Dime.
And to your point, it's like, I feel like the United States involves itself so many times in other countries' issues. And I'm like, why are we not focusing on the issues that we have right here? Did we not just have
a whole lot?
Okay, did we not just have 2 school shootings that happened last week alone? But you worried about, I get it. And I know Nigeria is going through their own issues. They've been going through issues for some years. And I get that. Innocent people are getting killed there. I get that. But at the end of the day, we also have innocent people here dying at a rapid rate as well. And if you feel like that is the solution for Nigeria, what do you think why is there no solutions for Jersey? I said Jersey, for the United States. Like, I'm confused. And to Sheyla's point, taking that one kernel, yes, is it true that Christians have died? Yes. But that does not mean that the violence is only pertinent to them. Like, that's not the truth.
And it's like, I promise you, listen, I know I don't know a lot about politics, but you carrying out strikes, I'm telling you, for free 99, that is not going to be the answer, because now you're amplifying the fire. You're playing, you know what I mean? Like fire with fire. Now you coming into my country and causing chaos. I see it as you giving me a green light to clap back. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, and if it's just so insanity. And the fact that, like, while your people, right, like President Trump is the president, while your country is supposed to be celebrating Christmas, you just drop that on Christmas Day. Like, sir, what is happening? Like, it's so unserious. And like Lizzo said, this is only President Trump's first year. We have 3 more years of this. And I am just like, I don't know if I am prepared, because I'm not the type of person I wish I was. Like, I don't care. I do watch the news. I know there's people that don't care about watching the news and they live their life like that. I need to know what's happening around in the world. And so in the first year, it has been a whole lot. And I am so scared for what, these 3 years that are to come, because he just escalates. And it's like, you're gonna find the right one that will clap back. And that's like,
I just want to also add before we move on, I know Trump is not the only president who has bombed other countries.
Oh,
Obama used to do it just because he felt like it, right? So like, I'm not sitting here making excuses and saying, like bombing, like, oh my God, he's the only one who's bombed other countries. No, I'm not stupid. I'm not, like, I understand. What I'm trying to get at is there's certain ways, like, you escalate the situation and yet there are no solutions happening in your own country. You are not the president of Nigeria. You are the president of the United States. Did Nigeria reach out to you personally and ask for assistance? Everyday American people are saying we need better rules on guns. We need better this. We need better that. Better. And I don't ever hear better is what I'm trying to get at. Like, that's where I am trying to get at. Because I just feel like,
and also, like, to that point of like focus on us, there are people like, now he said that, well, not him, the administration is like, starting January, if you have defaulted in your student loans, they're coming for you. And it's like, those are the types of things that is like, all that energy that you putting towards everybody and their mother. How about you find a better way to help the people here? Like, instead of now, I mean, I don't have student loan debt, but I know people that have, and it's like, how, like, that's how you want to start off the new year for your people? I don't think that's why people voted for you, right? To like, now, I don't know, the economy is a mess. I don't know, child. We'll see where things land. But if you have default loans, make sure you are in your P's and Q's, honey, because they will come for you.
Me. Anyway,
let's move. Right.
Let's move on to happier topics.
Dang, my sister didn't even let me say social corner. She just had.
Girl, I'm triggered. I'm triggered. You brought up the student loans and I'm instantly immensely triggered. So we are going to talk about Christmas time, right? It's not just about church bells. We're also hearing wedding bells, right? So 2 couples that I recently saw, I'm sure there was other engagements, but these are the ones that popped up on my timeline that I saw. So Karl Anthony Towns proposed to Jordyn Woods. So she's engaged.
Yay.
And they had announced it by posting photos on Instagram, and it showed like a whole bunch of different photos of like the New York City proposal. I don't know where, I think that's like, I don't know what the view place of that is.
It looked like one of the towers, because New York is so big, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like
one of the
towers, like you could go view and things like that. It was really cute. We'll show you guys the photo really quickly. Where they at? We have a whole bunch of people, but as you can see, like, it's really cute. The ring is fat, baby. Okay,
it's ringing.
Okay. Along with the wedding bells, okay? And the next person I wanted to mention is Ahna Mac. If you watch Baddies, then you know who she is. She recently got announced her proposal with her MLB star man. I don't even remember what his name is. It's something. Girl, I'll show y'all the photo of them. Hold up. Hey, he handsome. I don't remember his name, but he handsome. So he had did it in front of like the Northern Lights and like
that is thoughtful. Young Thug, you hear that? You see what's going on right here? Anyways, I'm sorry, I had to, because it's about intention for me.
And so honestly, I want to just say I'm happy for both these couples. I hope that you guys have a long and prosperous, when you guys just, finally walk down the aisle, you guys have a long and prosperous marriage. But I also hope you guys enjoy this engagement time and really enjoy each other, which kind of leads me to my next question, Sheyla. Now, maybe this is just me. I'm happy.
I already know. I feel the question, and I know for me is a no. But continue. I'm gonna let you.
Do you want, like, I don't want to get proposed to on holidays. No. Would you be okay with your man proposing to you on Christmas?
I mean, would I be okay with it? I mean, like, it is what it is, but my man would know that I don't want that. Because here's the thing, growing up, holidays, specifically, I'm gonna stick to Christmas, is very much like a family a family thing, right? Like I was not about to be outside with my friends on Christmas. Like, no, girl, you have to be in the house with the family, and you will be side-eyed if you're not. Point blank, period. And so I would want to celebrate like, oh, our engagement like 5 years from now and da-da-da. And if you did it on Christmas, then it's like we can't really pop out and like go on a yearly trip to like commemorate our engagement because it's like it's Christmas. I'm not doing that. And also I want it to be a separate day. Like there's so many days of the year, 365.
Right.
Let us have like our own separate thing. That and the same thing, I feel like you've mentioned this too. My birthday. Don't propose to me on my birthday, on New Year's, on none of that. Don't want that.
If you propose to me on my birthday, that's the best way to piss me off. Let me tell you that right now. But no, me personally, I don't want my man to propose to me on no holidays. And it's like, this is probably like, I know people always tell me like, Rebecca, oh, like that's looking at the glass like half empty instead of half full. And I'm like, what if our engagement don't work out or our marriage don't work out and now we get a divorce and now I'm automatically going to connect every holiday to that failed relationship? Don't ask me nothing but if I want you to cut the turkey for me on any holiday. Do not ask me for my hand in marriage on Valentine's Day, Christmas, my birthday, Thanksgiving, any holiday. I don't even want you to do it on Moon Day. Don't just find
When's Moon Day?
I don't know, but don't ask me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, my reasoning is not for your reasoning, but I still think it is a valid point. I just feel like pick another random day, please. Also, it's like maybe we can do it like pick it so like we can maybe get married on the same day that you engaged to me. Like if it's on a Christmas, I'm not. Keep in mind, my Christmas is the 24th. I'm not. Imagine having to book a venue the 24th of December. Baby, we don't got money like that.
But some people like that because like they're like, oh, all the family is already going to be together. And I'm like, that's great. No. But also the type of proposal I don't want anyone there. I don't want my mama there. I don't want my dad there. I don't want nobody there. I just want it to be me, you, and the videographer and the photographer. And I don't even want to see them until I walk out and I see you. Like, I don't want.
So ironic because Rebecca's such a like glitz and glam and wants everything, but the one thing she's very private about is her future engagement. We love that.
But like that's the thing. Like I like because I'm so like out there and everything like that, and I feel like so many people feel like they share these experiences with me. I would want that to just be me and my man. Like I don't want the extras. I don't want to hear my mama crying. I don't want to hear a whoop whoop from my cousin. I don't want to hear none of that.
It has to be recorded though. That's the one thing that I need. If you are not recording my engagement, like I'm gonna be so mad.
Yes. And like my thing is also I just feel like I kind of don't like those videos where those girls are like, guys, get ready with me. I think I'm about to get proposed to. Like, I don't want to find nothing out. And I feel like if I see even a hint of my dad's car in the cut, I'll be like, what he doing here?
Yeah, I think it would be very hard to like surprise me. But I like the videos of like when the women are like, oh, I think I'm gonna get proposed to. So they do a little get ready with me. But then it's like, what if you don't? I don't know. But it's cute. I love
the video. You would never see the video then.
Right. I love. Just make sure that it's not on a holiday, that my curls are together, my nails, because I don't be doing my nails like that. So just make sure here's the issue. No one ever presses me about my nails. So if I feel like my friends are on my behind,
I do a little bit.
Not really. Like I would be mad sus. Like, why is Rebecca, Shahid, or Kevin beasting about me getting my nails done? Like, why are you beasting so hard?
But that's what I'm saying.
That would be like a flash, like, oh, am I getting proposed to? Because no one ever is like that on.
And you know, as a nail girly, like I love getting my nails done, so I wouldn't question it as much. But
right,
I always get my nails done by myself. So Shayla's like, oh my god, like, girl, you need to go get your nails. I'm like, Shayla, not too much on me.
No, because I would know when. I'm a really good secret keeper and maneuver ways through things. I would get it done. But
and it's like, honestly, if my man automatically always like, oh babe, like here's money to get your nails done, like I wouldn't think nothing twice of it. But if you start doing behavior out of the ordinary, I'm gonna be like,
right.
Yeah. Now speaking of men, right, I wanted to get Shayla's blind reaction on this video that popped up on my timeline. And you know, I had to scratch my ear and chuckle a little bit because I'm like, oh, this is we're in an epidemic. Like we are in an epidemic. So let me play the video for you really quickly.
Women cannot handle men baddies. I don't care. Ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm kind of picking up on that. Am I a baddie? I don't know.
What? Who gonna be the man? What is he talking about? Am I a baddie? What? What are men baddies? What are men baddies?
Sheyla, when I saw that, I said, "Oh, okay."
What is he talking about?
We're in an epidemic. What do you mean women can't handle men baddies? I'm so sorry, and I get it. Everybody is into what they like. Everybody
Right.
like what they like. If you like, especially, there's lavender relationships, they're that type
What's
of thing.
that? No, I don't know.
It's like when the man appears more on the feminine scale, and then the woman appears more on the masculine scale.
Got it.
So it's just like, they call that a lavender marriage or a
Okay.
lavender relationship.
Thank you for putting me on. Never heard of that.
And I understand, like, that's everybody. Like, everybody got their cup of tea. Everybody got their cup of flavors, right? Me personally, the man that's going to be for me, if he refers to himself as a man baddie to me,
What happens to just being handsome? And like Rebecca said, like I don't know. We live in a society now where people listen. I am the number one. I get offended easily. I do, and I get it. This is for my brothers and sisters that get offended easily. But on the same token, I was raised by a real Caribbean Dominican mother. She blunt, and sometimes I gotta clock myself because I'm like, Sheyla, to me, what's normal may not be normal for other people, right? My bluntness, how I express myself, like because I was raised how I was raised. Absolutely not. Like, what? Stand up. And then these are the same men that be so confused as to have the nerve to tell me, or like women that do have their stuff together, that we have too much masculine energy. You over here talking about some men baddies. Sir, what are you talking about? And then you chomping on this little chip. Like, what is this? What is this? What is happening? Like, and there's nothing wrong with like men amplifying and like doing what they want with their feminine energy. Like, I have absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for you to sit there and be like, oh, women can't handle men baddies, what are you talking about? Y'all can't handle the baddies. That's really where the problem lies.
And what makes it even more ironic for me is that I'm trying to, like, I've always referred to myself like, oh, like I'm a baddie, I'm a this, I'm a that. But I'm trying to like stray away from that terminology because like I don't know. I feel like as I grow older, I don't want to be saying, oh, like people say, oh, you a baddie, I'm a baddie. Like, I just feel like it doesn't give elevation when I consider myself a baddie. So I'm like, as someone who's trying to move away from that terminology, if I'm sitting across the table from a man and he tells me he's a man baddie, I might regurgitate.
I don't think no one would actually use that terminology.
Girl, imagine like, oh, how would you classify yourself as a man? And he's like, oh, I'm a man baddie.
I don't think that could ever happen. Like I would look for cameras because no way you're saying that. Like
I would cry. Like I think he would have to get up from the table because I would be inconsolable in my laughter.
And then, like it's so triggering because stand up. I think we're like, if I say like one more time, I'm getting mad at myself for that. But it's just, I don't even know what to say. The women are over here, full-time jobs, working, they do everything for themselves. And then men wonder, like, what is happening with our society? And I don't know. I don't know what is happening. We got the men baddies taking over. And so I guess what would we be considered? Like men baddies date what?
Women providers. Like,
yes, okay. So we have the male baddies and the woman providers. That's where we're headed. My God, today. Cheers to that.
Girl, in this economy, this epidemic, like this is just.
You might have to pick up another job then if that's what we're gonna be, the women providers.
Anyway, let us get into the sports corner.
You got 24 seconds and it's starting right now.
Oh, girl, I needed that laugh. I had to do that blind reaction because Sheyla, because I saw
that makes me so mad.
I'm like, this can't be real. And then thankfully, all the men in the comments were like,
stand up.
You serious? I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, let us get into our sports corner, like I mentioned. So we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver DK Metcalf, who has a 2-game suspension that was upheld, sidelining. Thank you. Sidelining him for the final 2 regular season games against the Browns and the Ravens after an altercation with a fan during Sunday's game in Detroit. Metcalf will forfeit more than $555,000 in salary, and the suspension also voids the $45 million in future guaranteed money in his contract. Right. So the NFL said it is still reviewing the fan's conduct and will follow up with the Detroit Lions regarding the fan code of conduct policies, though the Lions previously said that the fan would not be disciplined. The video showed Metcalf grabbing and shoving the fan after an exchange near the stands, though the fan has denied using any racial or hateful language. The Steelers coach Mike Tomlin said that he does not condone Metcalf's actions, but supports him as a person and teammate, noting that the growing issue of hostile fan behavior in the sports. So I wanted to show you guys the video really quickly.
DK Metcalf had mixing up with someone in the stands.
Oh my gosh.
And that not going to have great consequences for the Steelers and Metcalf.
He grabbed him by the wig, bro.
Snatch that. But my whole thing is, when I saw this, and we've discussed it several times on the podcast, you have to understand that as an athlete, you are on another level. You know what I mean? Like, that's a part of the sport. I'm not saying we don't know what he said. And I believe that the fan is suing him or started some sort of like legal action. People will do stuff, and mind you, this is very ironic coming from the most triggered person, because I'm a reactive person. I always react. I always, you know what I mean? So I'll cock my own teeth. I know it is hard when you get mad or when you feel a type of way, you're just on 20 or on 1,000. So you just react. And then after the fact, you're like, oh, I just did that when I shouldn't have. Fans got nothing to lose. He already paid his real expensive ticket to get there. And you know what I mean? Some people are just looking for a paycheck. And what an easier way. Yeah, he might get punched, but all the money that could come after that, I'm good, baby. I made all my money back. Okay, I could now get all the tickets. The same way when it comes to spitting and all of this, you have way more to lose than these fans or the other athletes have. He not only lost hella money, but then moving forward, I don't know how big of an athlete he is, but now like the people in the league are gonna see you sideways, right? Because it's like, you just did this, now this is a part of your record. And I want to know what the fans said, because like Mike Tomlin said, fans could just talk and get real disrespectful. And it's like, well, whatever you say, know that there will be consequences. The same way we talk about when people do these little pranks. Is like, okay, yeah, do this prank, but just know consequences will be had. But unfortunately, when you are an athlete, don't even get near the fans. Please just stay in your little heated chairs and stay in your lane. Do not get close to the fans, because some people are just super miserable and they literally are plotting against you.
And I think for me, it's like a double-edged sword kind of thing, because it's like, to your point, if they do stay away from the fans and they don't interact, it kind of is like, I don't know, people like to get involved in these sports and go to these games and go to these arenas with a potential chance of interacting with the players. So it's like, now if the players do have that type of mindset, like, I'm staying away from all the fans because incidents like this could happen and you never know what they're going to say. It's just like, now you're kind of taking away that exciting element of the game. But to your point, I feel like that's what needs to happen, because I feel like we see time and time again that some of these fans do not care. They talk reckless out the mouth, and the fan might be saying he didn't say a racial slur, he didn't say this, he didn't say that, but I would not put it past them. I've heard crazier things at games, and I'm like, dag. I mean, you kiss your wife in the bed with that mouth? Like,
the way people be tweeting on social media, I would not, the stuff that I see on social media when people, especially when they got monies on the line, baby, I'm just like, how can you say that?
Like, I remember, like, I don't know if you ever see this, but like if you go on like Twitter and you got like on the Atlanta Falcons portion of like their team, the way they be talking about their own players, it's like, do y'all like them? Like, I remember one time, I forget what their quarterback's name is. I think it's like Kirk, and somebody was like, y'all killed the wrong Kirk. And it was just like, yo, I was just like, mind you, he's a diehard Falcons fan. I said, how you gonna talk about your team like that? Right. So like, to your point, when people get like very emotionally invested in these games, and like they will say and do whatever they want and think that there's no repercussions to it. So it's like, I see it from both sides. Do I think that DK Metcalf was wrong? Yes. Do I think the fan was potentially wrong? And what do I also see in the middle? Actions have consequences. If you say something crazy, don't be mad when some people are not going to sit here and walk away. There's some people who don't walk away. They're going to teach you a lesson. Like the way Sheyla reacts to something is going to be completely different to how I react to something. And I think you would prefer for Sheyla to get to you before I get to you.
Yeah, I will react, but we definitely have different, depending on what it is. I feel like there are a few people that I don't play about my mother. I feel like my mom is the one thing, like, I'm real kind, cute, collective, but if you disrespect my mother, that's like, don't play with me. Because the niceness is out the door. I don't care about repercussions, about this was nice, was not. You mess with my mom, you really messing with my whole lineage. That's how I feel.
Honestly. And I tell people all the time, like, I'm willing to go to jail for 3 things. And one of those things is definitely a disrespect by my family. I don't play by my mama, my dad, my sister, my grandma. Guantanamo Bay. Like, don't play with me ever. I don't play about my grandma at all. And like, about my friends, I don't play about my friends, especially if I ride for you. I wish you would talk to Sheyla sideways around me.
Yeah.
She gonna have to steal a collection basket and bail me out. Like,
well, thankfully, I feel like I don't think I would need backup unless someone like punched me, but I don't think someone would do that.
It wouldn't even matter to me because I'd already been up there.
Like, Rebecca does not want to wait for me to like tap her in. She just want to go off rip.
I'm like, what? Yeah, no. Yeah. So
he's not who to play with though, but we wish him to.
Exactly. I mean, and he's the one who's he's engaged to Normani. And I'm like, if that was my man, I'd be like, I get it, but
when you mad, you just
guaranteed gone.
Yikes. Well, we'll see. On that note, also during Christmas, the NBA is usually like they are the sport that Christmas is usually headlined by the NBA, right? In terms of sports. But the NFL is trying to steal some of that shine. Last year, they kicked things off on Netflix. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Beyonce headlined the halftime show. She was on this white horse. It gave everything, honey. And then this year, they expanded with more games. And a lot of the NBA people are triggered by that. They're like, the NFL needs to shut down, stay put. Like, y'all got all these other days, but Christmas is for the NBA. As you're someone that likes both the NBA and NFL, how do you feel about that? Did you grow up watching NBA during Christmas? And how do you feel about this whole combo of like the NFL needs to sit down for Christmas?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember last year there being the whole game, and then like it was like the Ravens and I forget who else. And Beyonce did her performance, and I made sure I was seated. I was sat for that. I watched. This year, I only thought it was going to be one game. And I know it's like, Rebecca, how are you an NFL fan and you didn't know that? But there was like 3 or 4 games, I believe. And I know one of them was my Chiefs that were playing. And that's the only game that I thought was going to be played was the Chiefs. So when I was texting somebody, he was like, oh, yeah, like I'm watching the football games right now. I said, football games, like an S? He's like, yeah, like I'm watching this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da. And I was like, hold up, right? And this is the thing that bothers me about it, because I have always associated Christmas with the NBA because I've always watched the NBA games. So the fact that I only had assumed that it was going to be one NFL game because I thought that's something they were going to introduce and it was actually multiple games kind of had me perplexed, because I was like, Like you trying to go toe for toe with NBA and you wanted me to choose between the NBA and the NFL. And obviously for me, I watched all NBA games yesterday. If you watch all the NBA games, they were good. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. My Knicks won, my Warriors won.
I don't know if the Lakers one was good though.
Oh no, I don't care. No, I forgot about that they played. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. They start at the end of the game. They tried to have a little scuffle. I'm like, baby, where was this energy throughout the whole game? Right. Anyway, Anthony Edwards, Jokic, that game was phenomenal until Anthony Edwards got ejected. But it's okay because it was good basketball. So I spent the whole day watching the NBA, and I feel like the fact that the NFL had games too, I automatically I didn't associate nothing with that. And I was kind of irritated because I also worked on Christmas Eve and I realized there was no NBA games, there's no NFL games. I'm like, why doesn't the NFL take Christmas Eve? There was no games at all on Christmas Eve. They could have took Christmas Eve and the NBA could have had Christmas Day because that is what has always been associated to the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why a lot of NBA fans are like upset about it because it's like you have all these days and like to your point you could just take the day before and then we have the day of, but it's like, and the inside the NBA, was it Chuck? I think Chuck is his name, baby. Charles he was going off on the thing like y'all want everything so bad, like the NFL wants to take everything, give us this one little day.
Exactly.
So it was funny, but for me, I'm new to all the whole sports world and I saw NBA being the thing, but I feel like the thing about the NFL is they have, I think, maybe more money. Correct me if I'm wrong. Who knows? The NBA is also a very, bougie thing, but they are coming up with these very elaborate, production with the halftime show and the whatever. So they expanded from one to now in 2025 being like 2-3 games. And we'll see what happens in 2026. They're going to continue to grow. I think it should be like Rebecca said, just take the day before, the 24th, 25. But then you also got to keep in mind is they're trying to make it okay for the players. But I think unless you're Latina or a minority or Christian, whatever, you'll be fine with playing the 24th.
Yeah, my whole thing is also that I wanted to mention is the fact that like, because I was watching all the NBA games, it's kind of like as someone who's an NBA and NFL fan, I lean more towards the NBA because that was always my first love. So like I automatically was just going to go side with them to watch the games and stuff like that. But like if you are an NBA and NFL lover, the fact that I have to pick between which one I want to watch is annoying.
It's like we could all win for real if you
Yeah, I was like, there's something for everybody, obviously. I know there's some people who spent the whole day watching the NFL, and that's great. Me, I was watching the NBA. But it's like, if I wanted to watch both, I couldn't even divvy it up because when my Warriors were playing, you also had this game going on, and I can't watch that and watch this. And it's just like
a whole lot of, but let us move into our wine town.
Yes. Before we get into our conversation about New Year's, I just want to give a quick shout out to my people because, yes, it is New Year's and it's a new year for the everybody. 2026, we're here, but it also is Haitian Independence Day. So I want to give a shout out to all my Haitian people. Nula, bon fête. Like, we did that. This is the day we got our independence. We got it. And I'm about to be drinking a big bowl of soup joumou. Like, I'm excited. And I know every time we have this conversation, people talk about, oh, do you like bouillon better? Do you like soup joumou? I am a soup joumou lover. I prefer that over bouillon. So to me, January 1st, this is my day, honestly. Especially you put some extra noodles in that soup joumou, baby. Don't talk to me.
Period. I've never had either, but I look forward to one day trying.
Yes, pull up. My mama gonna make.
What day does January 1st fall? Thursday, I think, right?
Yes, it's a Thursday. Shoot, depending on what I'm doing, because we kind of house hop. So I'm gonna have soup at my house. I'm gonna soup my godmother's house, my aunt's house. I'm gonna get a bowl for you somewhere, and I might drive it to you, or you can pull up on
not
me.
drive it to me. Thank you. Okay, delivery service, honey.
Right, yes,
We'll coordinate that. We'll coordinate that.
But shout out to all my Haitian people. It's our day. Celebrate our independence, regardless of what the people are trying to say. That we eat cats, dogs, this, that, bum, bum, boom, 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 boom. That don't got nothing to do with us, because at the end of the day, we want our independence, and we're gonna keep fighting no matter what.
That part. As we talked about at the top of today's episode, we want to end it on kind of sort of a high note. As we mentioned, New Year's is on the way and 2026 is here. Tell me, Becca, what are some goals you have, New Year's resolutions for the new year?
I feel like my short-term and long-term goals are kind of the same. And I just want, for both the short and the long-term goals, I want to just elevate to a different space than I am today. Like, I don't want to be in the same spot that I am this year. I want to be way higher next year. In terms of like personal goals, I already know those that I'm not going to share, because, you know, once you start sharing, people try to root on your demise. Speak on your demise. They want you to lose. But I know the goals that I want to set for next year. And because I'm determined for that, I'm going to make it happen this year. I've had so many different experiences, and I'm grateful for that. But I've also had a lot of silent battles where I just had days and days and days where I'm like, girl, I am fighting for life and acceptance. But we made it through. And in 2026, I know those battles aren't just going to go away. It's still a continuation. But I know what I got to do to make it better for me. I know what I got to do to make it better for my family. I know what I got to do to make it better for the podcast. So I also just want to say I'm thankful for this podcast, and I can't wait to see where we grow to. I feel like this year, you know, we grew in numbers that I didn't expect that we would get to. And I really appreciate that, Sheyla. I'm grateful for you. We met in college, and we're going to keep growing. And I just want so much for us. I feel like I didn't answer the question, but I did. My goal is I want to elevate in all aspects. That's right.
Yeah, for me, 2025 was definitely a whole lot of, if you are an OG viewer, I went through my unemployment phase, and that was really, really, really rough for me, because if you know me personally, I'm all about, I'm keep a job, Shey. Okay. So the fact that I went months without a job, especially in our industry that is super competitive, super hard, it was like, listen, shout out to God, because if it weren't for that, I don't even know what I would be at right now. But thankfully, I am so blessed and grateful that I am about to end the year with a job that I like. I love what I'm doing. The people I'm surrounded with is like Rebecca has said, you know, like she's going through her kind of like roller coaster at the moment, but after, I think it's easier to see things when you're out of the haziness, but like when you are down, it really could only go up from here. Cause I was so down. I'm like, what sin am I paying for? Like, I'm such a good person, child. What's going on? So the fact that I am able to end this year with a job that I care for, I'm healthy, right? I think sometimes we take for granted simple things as health, right? Like we can get up, we can do what we want. Money may not always be right, but we have the ability to make some money, figure it out type thing. I'm blessed for that. And in terms of short-term and long-term goals, it feels like now I didn't want this to be a long-term goal, but I guess it's going to be long-term. My husband, where you at? That is, I don't need, but I do want to find my partner because I want kids. That's what I want. And then in terms of short-term, our podcast, I really, really want us to reach 1,000 subscribers. I think we can do way more than that. But, you know, short-term goal, I want us to, we work a lot. I know you guys may not see behind the scenes, but it is a whole lot of editing. And this is on top of our full-time and our life. And so we balance and juggle a lot. And so I hope that we are able to reach that 1,000 subscribers. And please watch the video in full. I don't want to say watch time hours because you're gonna be like, what is watch time? But just know, we know if y'all watching the full video for real. Y'all might, our friends, and be like, oh yeah, I watched it.
And that's another thing. I'm clocking tea just because I have so many friends who will sit here and tell me, oh my God, like, yeah, I watched it. Like Sheyla and I went to
you ain't watch it.
Right. You watched a social clip. You ain't watched the video.
Yeah.
Right. And the social clip, sometimes, we make it interesting, but you can take everything out of context, honestly. And Sheyla and I had went to an event and everybody was like, oh my God, like, I love the podcast. I ain't never seen you in a like. I ain't never seen you in a
subscribe count, nothing.
So in 2026, let me ask you this question. What do you think we need to leave in 2026? Well, 2025. What do you think we need to leave in 2025?
If you have yours first, feel free to answer because I gotta think about that.
I think in 2025, I have 3 things we need to leave. The first thing is so-called friends. Stop saying that you supported when you actually didn't support. I prefer you say nothing than sit there and feed me lies. Okay, telling me, oh yeah, I watched the video. You watched that singular video. You didn't support. You're not subscribed. You're nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I prefer if you say silent. Be Casper. Okay. 2, and this is just to people in general, but I'm speaking directly to the men who have tried to talk to me. If you have no initiative and you don't want nothing, you don't want to take nothing serious, if you just want to get your PP wet, there are people on the corner that you can pay for that. If that's your sole intention when trying to talk to me, leave me alone. If you have no initiative, if you don't know how to plan a date, if you don't even know how to pay a true bill for yourself and think that you're about to come over here talk about big money, don't talk to me. Because now I'm tired of being nice. I played it cute in 2025. In 2026, I'm sending you right where you came from. Don't talk to me. And 3, I need people to be realistic, just a little bit more realistic. Like I have people talk about we going to do this, we're going to do that. Stop telling me stuff that we're going to do if you're not going to actually put the effort in for us to do that. Because realistically, I have so many different things every single day that I'm going through. The last thing I'm thinking about is, oh my God, they said we're going to make these plans. And then you hit me up, you talk about are we still doing that? You ain't playing nothing. So it's like, be realistic and be effective. Those are 3 things I need us to leave in 2025.
I think those are all great things to leave behind. I'm still trying to think what to leave behind because I feel like the same things I mentioned last year, we ain't do it last year. So let's proceed to the next year. Number 1 is fakeness. Well, let's leave all the fakeness, whether that's like social media fakeness. You have this whole facade on social media, like you're living the best life, you have everything together. And I'm not saying hop on social media and cry your life out because I get it. I don't like that. I don't think that's going to fix anything. But there's a lot of people that are on social media and they feel like they're too big for the program. They can't like something. They can't do nothing, right? It's similar to the point that Rebecca made. There's a lot of people that say they love our podcast, but I ain't never seen a like, a comment, or a share. And so let us match the talk with the action. If you could tell me that you love our podcast so much, but if I don't see any action, because y'all don't know or y'all don't see it, but we see all the data on our side. We can see how long people watch a video, how many likes, who subscribes, who reshared, who reposted. We see all of that information. So we know when you're sitting in my face and lying to me, like that's just going to trigger me because I hate a liar. I'm real blunt. So is Rebecca. So just don't say nothing.
And then when I clock the tea, when I clock the tea, they'd be like, no, I did watch. Okay, so what did I say at 2 minutes and 30 seconds? Like, since you sitting here talking, that's
OD though. I don't even know what we said at that point. But it's like we could just tell when you don't watch and when you don't support. So let us leave all the fakeness. And nothing. May this new year be filled with lots of health and blessings for all of you guys too. Thank you guys so much for supporting us this year. Every subscriber, Denise, shout out to you. You a real one. Deanna, you a real one because you really be watching. You've been with us since day 1. We gained a lot of subscribers. Shout out to y'all. I don't know your name specifically, but know that we appreciate y'all. And
every comment, every like, every subscribe has meant the world to us immensely. I know we're going on a tangent right now, but I just want to show like how grateful I really am for you guys because hard work does go into this podcast. I know some days it might seem like it doesn't, but I swear to you it does. And I appreciate you guys very much. To everybody who's laughed with us, who cried or gotten angry, mad, sad, or anything with
Shout out to
this.
your cousin. What's your cousin's name? She's been commenting a lot recently.
Oh, Gabriella.
Shout out to Gabriella, girl. You've been in the up and up. I see the comments. Your mom be commenting. I thought it was your cousin when your mom commented, but shout out to y'all. We really, really do appreciate it. But if you made it this far, I want you to comment the little champagne bottle because we will be popping champagne for the new year. What emoji do you want?
I want you to post fireworks because honestly, we are going into 2026 with a bang. All the sadness, all the anger, all the heavy emotions we have been carrying in 2025. Yes. I want us in 2026 to find
release them.
1, 2, 3, release them, okay? Because what happened?
Oh, I forgot to say Natalie, my cousin. Shout out to
yes.
you.
Shout out to her.
I'm thinking all the people because I want you to know when I say we know who's supporting us on this side, we see y'all. Okay,
we see y'all. We appreciate you guys. We're thankful for you guys, and we can't wait to see you guys in the new year. Just like I want elevation for me and Sheyla, I want elevation for you guys. I want you guys to keep pure hearts, to have great spirits, and to just know that even though times are rough right now, they are going to get better. There is no way for darkness if the sun does not pop through at one point. So I am thankful for you guys.
Yep. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms at toomuchsb, and we will see you guys in
and check us out on Spotify. We don't shout out our Spotify enough.
Oh yeah, girl. I've been working hard on that, and it's like one play for the whole year. But if you prefer to to just listen to us, go over to Spotify because we are there. Too Much SB.
Oh, shout out to my cousin Ernstine and Christy and Ernesta. Y'all be listening too. He showed me we were part of his top 3 for his yearly rap.
We need the receipts now. If you say you like a podcast, I'm gonna need a receipt. Okay. We sound like Rebecca and I were talking about I'm gonna speak it into existence. The first time that we win an award, I'm gonna have to give the acceptance speech because if not, we're going to be there the whole hour just shouting out people. And so that cannot happen as people that work in production and TV. We know that is not an option. So for real, see you guys in 2026.
Bye.